What's the number one challenge for businesses today?
Workforce development, attracting, recruiting, and retaining people.
And that's why we created this podcast, designed for the frustrated CEO, the under-resourced recruiter, or the overworked manager, to give you the tools to tackle those WTF moments.
It's time to open another workforce therapy file.
Good morning, this is Jamie Swaim, live from the second day at the Kentucky SHRM Conference. And today I am joined by an incredible force in compensation. So, tell us your name.
Cassandra Faurote.
Hi, Cassandra. And
Hi.
Cassandra, where are you working now?
So I'm working at Total Reward Solutions. It happens to be my own company.
Love that.
19 years now.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
So you decided 19 years ago that you were going to prop up an entire business helping companies with compensation. So you saw a need, decided to fill a need, and I have to believe that there are some things on your mind that you wish companies knew today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The most important thing right now is companies believe that they can take their merit increases way down where they were before the pandemic.
Yeah, 3% is fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
and
Tell me more.
The reason is because, inflation is higher than our increases have been for several years now.
Absolutely.
Prior to that, the increases always surpassed inflation. But now we have several years where employees have gotten behind. We know that, we're in the worst debt time period we've ever been at. Credit cards are maxed out. And employees are still trying to recover from that.
It costs $40 to take a family of four to McDonald's.
It's unreal, isn't it?
It is.
I'm like,
It absolutely
it's like
is.
for a cheeseburger and french fries?
That's right.
And so, we're just trying to encourage employers, hey, keep that 3.5%, 4% going. Give these employees an opportunity to get caught up in their personal lives, before you think you can start cutting those.
Absolutely. So are there certain tools that you like to use or that you would recommend companies use to stay abreast of solid strategies and things to use for market information? Are there tools you would recommend?
That's a great question because everyone believes there's so much information available now with paid transparency, with the internet and that kind of thing. And granted, there is, right? But is the information good? And typically the answer is no, because you want to use third-party, reliable resources that are gathering data from employers about their employees or, picking up publicly available data, 990s, SEC filings, that sort of thing, because you want to customize the data to your industry, to your employee size, to your budget or revenue size, to your geographical location. I mean, you've got to tailor the data and be able to tailor the data to you and who you compete with. Otherwise, my favorite example is a software engineer. Go out, you do a Google search, what does a software engineer make? And you get an answer, but you don't know, does that software engineer have 2 years of experience, 20 years of experience? Are they in California? Are they in Indiana? Are they in Kentucky? Where are they?
Yeah.
How big's the company?
It's
don't
a
know
little
those
different
things.
from San Francisco to Hopkinsville.
Just
a
a little.
Just a little bit.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. You talked about making sure that compensation was aligned with your competition. I've always considered that who you compete with for talent, not necessarily for customers.
Correct. That is really important. And it is different for different segments of the business, too. You take I'll call them generic positions, those that could be anywhere, finance, HR, those kinds of roles. Maybe you need to compare them to all industry.
Absolutely.
Because that's who you're competing with.
Absolutely.
But if you have some real industry-specific roles in your organization, well, then you need to compare to your industry.
Yeah.
And, people sometimes just don't understand the comparisons need to be different.
Absolutely. And I think there's been some really neat trends happening in executive comp. So from your perspective, what differences might companies need to be aware of when they're thinking about their general approach to compensation versus how they approach executive comp?
Executive comp is definitely a lot more complicated. It's a lot higher bonuses that you're dealing with, stock options, perks, all kinds of things, right? For the average employee, it's just important that you're keeping bases and bonuses in line with market. And a lot of people don't think about the bonus piece. Used to be before, for example, not-for-profits never gave out bonuses. Now we work with a number of not-for-profits that absolutely give out bonuses now because they have to
in order to get the talent, for sure.
You got it.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Well, really appreciate you stopping by our booth today.
Thank you.
Before we wrap up today, how would people contact you if they wanted your help?
Sure, thank you. So website, totalrsolutions.com. Cassandra, you can reach me at 317-589-8529 as well.
I love that you stopped by to spend some time with
Thank
us today,
you.
and thank you for your tips.
You're welcome.
Thanks for listening to the Workforce Therapy Files. We hope you learned something new, and we're thankful for the time that you spent with us today. If there's a topic you'd like us to discuss, reach out to us. Our contact information is listed in the show notes. Until next time, keep your head up.